Hey, what's happening? So, um, we're gonna be talking about the quartering today. I know. Um, so no one really talked about this, but he went off on, Dave Rubin, Tim Pool, and even Ben Shapiro like about a week ago. Today's the 11th. It happened on June 3rd. Granted, he was like drunk tweeting, but he still went off on them. So we're just gonna look into it more because I thought he was like friends with him or friends with these guys, or at least like friendly. I knew he like went on Tim Pool's podcast. Let's see. He was going off on LeBron James there. Dave Rubin and Tim Pool have a lot of penises. What the fuck? I never earned my keep by sucking dicks of those with bigger platforms. I can call out whomever I wish without fear because my viewers are the best on the planet, my friend. Whatever you say, dude. Tim Pool is a fence-sitting grifter. Dave Rubin doesn't care about free speech unless he can profit from it with his lame-ass platform. Locals. Ben Shapiro doesn't give a fuck about the culture war unless platforming you can give him clout. They're all gatekeepers. I like how he's calling Tim Pool a grifter. Bro. Pot calling the kettle black right there. Is that the saying? I'm pretty sure that's the saying. Everyone right of center is afraid to call out people like Tim and Dave because they desperately hope I can't read today. They desperately hope they will platform them one day, but the fact of the matter is that they don't give a fuck about the culture wars unless they can benefit from it. They take zero bold positions. Bro, you don't take bold positions. You'll tweet shit, and then when confronted about it, you'll crumble. So don't even. These dudes are gatekeepers 100%. If you want proof, look at their channel's growth. I mean, your channel kind of dying too. They are both, well, from what I've seen lately, his views are decent, but they're not what they once were. They're actually on the decline. These dudes are gatekeepers 100%. If you want proof, look at their channel's growth. They are both dead, but they are so afraid to rock the boat, they've become mainstream hacks. I feel like Tim Pool's views have kind of like stagnated, kind of plateaued. Hey, people are bringing up my issue with night 2 of Timcast. I was late. That was on me 100%. I love Tim's work, hustle, and everything he's built. What? That was on me. Oh, and everything he's built. I thought he was just saying he was built. I'm like, whoa. That was on me. I didn't treat it like a professional. I don't hold that against Tim at all. I am thankful for him. I guess Tim threw shade at him. There's a corner of truth in every turd, but yes, I'm always fucking around. What a surprise. Jeremy lacks conviction, but he has a convenient defense. I was just fucking joking around when he crosses the line. Yeah, dude. This dude's a coward. I'm pretty sure he was serious on all this, though. I don't think he took it back, except for, like, right there. Oh, yeah, he had the rainbow flag as his profile picture for a little bit. Yeah, I don't like any of these 4 people. The Quartering, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro. They all suck. Like I said, I don't think he took any of that back. I don't know. To me, like, the Quartering used to like make me mad because I thought it was dumb. But he's just like an instigator. And nowadays, I don't know, he's just kind of pathetic. Oh yeah, there he is sucking off Tim again. I'll give it to Tim. He's consistent. Personal responsibility is a 100% thing. Is a thing 100%. I also want Andy Ngo. I think that's how you say it. Andy Ngo. I also want Andy Ngo around to use. Around. I also want Andy Ngo to use his platform to continue to expose Antifa as nobody else seems willing. But a good general leads from the not from the rear out, and I'm not blaming for the dude. Okay, dude, he's not a fucking general. What are you talking about? So yeah, that's that. So he just went off him in the tweets. Nobody talked about it though. I tried finding videos of it, but no. But we're gonna look at I guess Tim Pool and the Quarterings collabs. We have a couple options. Tim Pool gets exposed by the Quartering. The real Tim Pool busted. Let's look at this one.
White people don't know what it's like to be poor.
Yes.
Something really nasty as long as it's from a left perspective, and they don't ban you. And the reason why that is because they're all in that worldview thinking they're the normal people.
Yeah, it's total bullying.
This is lame.
Have you seen this video of the six videos of women in their cars screaming at the top of their lungs?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the one where they mash it all together?
That's what I mean.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
Just go look at the most powerful rich people in the world who are tax exempt saying we're going to shut the economy down to help poor people.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering, and it's going down. That's right. TheQuartering versus Tim Pool tonight, live on Timcast IRL. Tonight I will be...
Oh, this is just his announcement. Oh, lame. Why'd I watch this then? What? I guess we'll look at this one.
Is here. Jeremy.
Yeah, geez, I mean, I guess I don't know why I tune in tonight, because tomorrow night's the much bigger show, but, you know, I do appreciate you two for making me feel welcome, and thanks for having me.
We were like, how do we kill time until we have this really big show? I guess we'll ask Jeremy.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine. Hey, man, I'm pushing for. I'm taking all the scraps, man. I'll be here. I know we share a good bit of our audience, but you know, I run 2 YouTube channels. One called TheQuartering and one called Midwesley, which is more political. Quartering covers like pop culture and stuff. It's only 50,000 short of 1 million.
I've seen some of this. Well, okay, I haven't seen the videos of Midwesley, but I've seen like the thumbnails and the titles. They don't look appealing.
Oh, yeah. So I know Tim's got a literal pile of gold play buttons, which he makes you look like you want.
There's one on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. I walked into the house and I'm tripping over gold play buttons, and I'm like, Tim, how many gold? Oh, I got a bunch. You know? Yeah. And Tim's always good. Yeah.
I'm always frustratingly milquetoast and stumbling over golden play buttons.
Well, the funny thing was, is, you know, you have this beautiful fence outside, and then when I pulled in, I really expected you to be sitting on it.
Right on it. Right
sitting there, just like
top.
drinking a beer, just like literally sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
All right, let's here's the big breaking news. We've got all these sworn affidavits of impropriety in Georgia. You've got a sworn statement from, I think there's like, I read like 5 different affidavits where they were saying things like, it looked like it was machine printed.
What about all the post office ones? Did all those affidavits go away where people are saying, I swear, you know, people were swearing to the fact that they were backdating votes?
And we're supposed to ignore everything and carry on like everything's okay and just assume, hey, you know what? This is legitimate and...
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Why would I bother participating in an election ever again?
I hope people don't. I understand that line of thinking, but what I think is that people who feel that way should be really concerned about getting involved in election reform, specifically mail-in ballots. I talked to you before the show. I said, people showed up at my home looking for my wife to say, like, has she voted? What were they there to do? What were they doing there? And I've said before,
harvesting.
Yeah, they weren't from around there, is what I'll say.
You know that we had like half.
I mean, can't verify that. I don't know. When did this come out? I said 6 months ago. Yeah, they're just cutting like clips. Oh, memology? I'm gonna go after that guy soon. The fucking idiot. I don't know. It's kind of boring. It came out that all the fucking election fraud shit was a waste of time anyway. Just double checking real quick. Tim Pool doesn't like upload the IRL podcast, does he? Like the full thing? Oh, he does. Oh, he does. Oh, okay. Why was it? I couldn't find it before. I've only seen the one with Vosh and Destiny. I don't know. Tim Pool's content, I don't agree with it, and it's like he's very boring. He's very charmless. The Quartering's kind of like that too, but he's more like the Quartering's a grouch. That's like the best way to put it. All right, getting back to the Quartering. Velma gets race swapped, and their internet praises stunning and brave Mindy Kaling. Like, bro, who cares? Like, why? He's probably getting like upset in that video. Any site or person describing Tim Pool as right wing is an immediate red flag. It's kind of what it's kind of what he is though. He's fuck that. No, he's fucking right wing, dude. I was gonna say he's center right, but no, he plays into all these fucking conspiracy theories.
Oh, look what's up from there now. Hey,
cute cat.
hey, but look, before y'all go run off and do your little thing.
Where'd you get him? How much you want for him?
You serious?
Actually, he is, man. We in the market right now for like a gangster pet, so.
I want to let you all know that
That was lame.
I'm on the case. Now, I do have really bad travel anxiety. When I travel, it is a huge production, especially because I have huge stress about leaving you all without content. So I want to work ahead, get videos done, and make sure that I have you all handled while I'm on the road. Then I totally freak out about making sure I bring everything. Like, I have this thing here. This is like my Tupperware of production on the road, so I make sure I can deliver you my beautiful
Bro, buy a bag. Why do you have a Tupperware? What the fuck?
face in 4K, as well as deliver at least above average audio while I'm traveling. Not to mention,
It's all full of smudges too. Oh my god. Buy a camera bag, dude. What are you doing?
the clothes, and plus I deal with my own actual anxiety.
Same here.
So it's a nightmare. But you all have pushed hard enough to let me know that you want me to save the cat. You want me to go into the Beanie compound. Now, by the time you see this, I will have already infiltrated the walls of the multi-million-dollar mansion compound. The Pool Plat, right-wing YouTuber. Tim Pool is not right-wing. Have like literally a 5-minute conversation with the person. Tim Pool's plan to found him.
Nah, he's right-wing.
Gives you access to
Sorry, I'm skipping the video. I just don't want to hear him talk like that. Note that Tim Pool is a prolific interviewer of far-right personalities, including InfoWars conspiracist Alex Jones and the chairman of neo-fascist street-brawling Proud Boys group Enrique Taurio. What's he doing nowadays?
Prolific interviewer of
Unless I heard it was like a FBI informant, and then I don't know. Okay, I'm over it. I don't care. Ow. Oh yeah, he was all acting weird during his interview with Vosh. He sent like a super chat telling Tim Pool to ask why he had like a small PP or something. Like, bro, how old are you? I don't know. He's just lame, dude. Like it's not worth getting worked up anymore about it.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering. This is an important topic. This is
Jeez, what's that
about
mic? What's with that camera quality?
Tim Pool versus everybody, apparently. And a lot of you might be thinking, oh, Jeremy's just going to run to the defense of his buddy Tim Pool.
Oh, this is the day he sent off those tweets. Just a minor disagreement, but on an important topic. I respect Tim's work greatly. Why'd you call him a grifter then? Tim, I'm sick of spineless cowards that sit back and doing nothing later. Tim Pool, yeah.
In fact, I'm not. I strongly disagree with his stance on this, but I want to explain that a little bit more. So yesterday, it became apparent that journalist Andy Ngo was on the receiving end of another beatdown of peace from Just an Idea, these super soldiers. And we had seen this reported. We were relatively
Jeremy, you get your ass beat by one of those people. Come on, bro. Don't even.
sure that it was Andy, but not until last night did Andy himself confirm that it was him. The argument is simply that Andy should have known. Andy should have known that he's putting himself in harm's way and he's making it about himself. Maybe that's true. But I'm not going to sit on the fence about it here. I'm going to lay out why I think that that's a garbage take. I think people saying that Andy's making the situation about him, as Tim implies, there may be a grain of truth into that. Yes, when Andy...
I have like a hangnail and it hurts. That's how much I'm paying attention to this video.
I'm not Andy, but what I do know is that without Andy Ngo's repeated putting himself in harm's way, we wouldn't have a lot of this footage. The idea that he could just hire somebody and they would just get the same footage is absurd. The idea that...
I always thought Andy Ngo, like, he accepted the clips. I wasn't sure if he was there. I guess I don't know much about Andy Ngo. I found him during the BLM riots or the BLM protests last year. And I don't know. I've heard some stuff that he like cuts clips and the whole milkshake thing. But whatever.
Andy putting himself in harm's way obfuscates the story in some way. This is another big point that was made. You know, Andy's making the story about him, and thus the real story's not getting out.
Wait, how does it obfuscate? Andy knows going there. He's basically being an instigator, and then they know that he's trying to make them look bad, and they know he's hostile towards like their cause. So yeah, of course they're gonna do something. Now, granted, they shouldn't like beat him up or anything, but I mean, these guys are like anarchists, so like don't fuck around with them.
Out. I would argue that that's just verifiably false. There are hundreds of articles today. Yes, Andy Ngo is in the headline, but the entire article is about Portland super soldiers.
Okay, whoever says that unironically is lame.
If you go to Google, how many articles are there on it? Here's 20 minutes ago, a brand new article. Jordan Peterson speaks about Andy Ngo.
Internet daddy.
I mean, what do you mean this is in any way stopping the story from getting out there? There's tons of articles on it, thousands of tweets. He's trending on Twitter. And you know what happens when they click his name? They see what happened to him and who did it. I just don't agree that this is his fault.
Point here?
You could see this.
Wait. I don't remember what event he was covering. I think he was just going to, because there's been like nonstop like rioting in Portland. Granted, it's like not that big. It's like it's probably contained into like one neighborhood, but who cares?
Canadian author and clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson has spoken out in support of Andy Ngo after the conservative journalist was attacked by cowards. In a series of tweets Wednesday evening, we already know. But what Jordan says, journalist, can't you see this is you? Late Wednesday, Peterson retweeted an article showing this and claims, and journalists, can't you see this is you? Twitter users on both sides responded to Peterson's tweet, writing, Andy Ngo must be protected at all costs. Another criticized the Canadian author, who is popular in conservative circles, posting, I can't believe I used to respect Jordan Peterson, but he has to defend people like Andy. I don't think it's unrealistic, or I don't think it's I don't think that it's...
Wait, what? But Antifa does not exist, and Andy Ngo is a white supremacist who has internalized his oppression, and he got what he deserved, and on until we're out of... Oh. I thought he was actually saying it. Like, what? Antifa behaving like fascists sounds about right. They're everything they pretend to hate.
I don't think that it's a hot take to say that Andy Ngo may be financially motivated.
Of course he is. What?
This was pointless and unbelievably stupid. Now, maybe it was stupid. I mean, now the short jab would be, says the guy in $1 million mansion in the middle of nowhere who no longer has to worry about making a name for himself.
What? Andy Ngo's already known. What are you talking about?
You know, I think that it's like the old boxer versus the young boxer. Andy Ngo going into the fray with no security and no plan is not reporting. It's a tribal spectacle. Okay, first of all, Tim Pool does not know that Andy didn't have a plan. He also doesn't know that he didn't have security. Now, was there security on tape? Not that we saw, but Andy Ngo has not said he didn't have security. He has not said he hadn't had a
He didn't fucking have security.
plan. Sometimes plans go badly.
He's on Parler, Rumble, and BitChute. Okay.
And I think I'd agree with that. It is foolish, but that's easy for me to say. I'm an overweight neckbeard sitting in my basement in complete safety, reporting on the risk that Andy Ngo took. I don't think he wanted to get beat.
He wanted something to happen.
I think that we're getting dangerously close to she was wearing a short skirt, so she was asking for it.
It's well known that Andy Ngo goes to these places and he like instigates. So
I don't see Tucker Carlson out there. I don't see Brian Stelter out there. I don't see any other independent journalists out there doing it.
Okay, I'm over this. I'll just finish it.
Now, Steven Crowder did infiltrate them once a year or two ago in a great expose with Jared.
Oh yeah, his coworker he doesn't work with anymore, or his co-host. They don't talk anymore.
I don't. This is just a bad take. I understand.
It's really not, dude. He's just talking in circles. He's reusing the same thing. Okay. I guess we'll look at that.
You know, Crowder, who we made a bunch of, he shit on us.
Again?
Well, there's an update because Crowder got banned from YouTube.
Can't be abandoned. Steven can't fight this by himself.
Rules should not appear.
Dude, if Glenn Beck ever, bro, if you ever have the quartering in a collage speak on your behalf, just erase your life.
Oh, that's the quartering?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, I was like, who is this guy? Why does he look familiar?
Fuck the quartering.
Think about it.
The guy's just such a hateful bigot, bro.
You're just projecting. Don't you remember you said the N-word, baby? Then you said it again and then again, baby.
I'm not defending that, but dude, the amount of stuff Crowder's done, come on.
I love that I can just say nigger though.
I like this. This is cute.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and Steven.
People who are like who point that out act like they wouldn't say it given the chance. Like, come on, dude. Don't. Just don't. Stop. You're telling me guys like Crowder wouldn't say that? Or Jeremy over here? Come on.
Crowder versus Ethan Klein is one of the most hilarious internet battles right now. And I think a lot of it, these stupid, petty creator battles, are really the result of dull news cycles.
Bro, don't you start petty drama with people all the time? What are you talking about?
To be honest with you, I don't think that Ethan Klein would register on Steven Crowder's radar if there wasn't much else going on right now.
It all started because of Joe Rogan, so I mean, whatever.
Klein's content is now kind of exclusively this kind of like petty internet drama. That isn't to say my content is hard hitting or necessary to the planet. I'm just pointing out that, you know, as somebody who has consumed Ethan Klein's content for probably over 10 years, I can absolutely speak to how it's changed. It's not for me anymore, and that's okay. I don't actively go to his channel and just dislike the videos and rage about how he's changed. Everybody knows he's changed. He used to be kind of a bastion for...
Wait, does he like hate watch him? What? I mean, like, I watched some Crowder stuff last year mainly because like I wanted to see what he was saying, but then, bro, you just gotta like not watch it then if you don't like it. Like, I can't watch Crowder stuff anymore. It's too much.
Free speech and fair use, and now he's turned into this kind of MSM toady, this guy that sits back and relies more on insults on people's physical appearance and kind of ad hom attacks as opposed to bringing actual arguments. And look, we all...
What do you... He's doing the same thing he did before in a way, but now just in a podcast form. But granted, it's more serious because he's taking on more like actual like kind of like criminal stuff, like the whole James Charles thing and David Dobrik. They even talked about those TikTok twins, but he's still calling out he's a commentator still. So.
Fall into that. Certainly I've done that before, but watching him try and take on Steven Crowder has been hilarious. You can like or dislike Crowder, all you know, that's irrelevant, but the dude comes prepared. He does his research. He's got a team.
No, he didn't. He left out some stuff. He got the whole reason why this whole thing started wrong. And he never corrected it, so. And then he tried saying like, oh, well, I don't think they're gonna like quit me. Or he basically pegged it on Ethan was gonna keep this back and forth going when he's the one who started it, so whatever.
What Ethan Klein wants to do is just lay back in his chair and say, bro, look at him with his small Wang energy. Bro, he has a cigar. Bro, he's wearing a holster. Pfft, opinion disregarded. And that's fine. That probably appeals to his low IQ audience, an audience that just wants to tune in and not really be actively involved with the content. I can't imagine he's got a lot of critical thinkers that view his content anymore, and that's okay. His channel is doing just fine, actually. As much as people would want to say the guy's channel is dying, it really isn't. You know, he's got his H3 podcast, which is doing 36 million views a month, which is, I don't know, probably double the size of my channel. It's extraordinarily well viewed, averaging over 1 million views a day. He's got his clip channel, which probably does more than that. And I think he's abandoned basically his H3 channel. But I mean, why wouldn't he? He can lay around and do extraordinarily.
Yeah, bro, your bro Crowder was saying that he wasn't doing well, and then he was only getting thousands of views. And he was saying that like he changed from being this like person who called out SJWs to what he is now, like some liberal SJW, I guess. Like, dude, come on.
I mean, why wouldn't he? He can lay around and do extraordinarily low effort content.
Dog, that's your content. It's kind of mine too, but whatever.
And just kill it, making millions a year. Why would I judge him for that? I mean, you can see how the podcast views are going way down. March, 48 million. April, 43 million. May, 36 million, down over 10 million views. That's just everybody on YouTube right now, though. Everybody's views.
That was the height of the David Dobrik thing, so. Even before that, though, they took a spike in December, October-ish. They were fine. That's still good. This is in the millions, so yeah.
Are kind of down. I think to understand why so many content creators care about just how far Ethan Klein has fallen.
Okay.
Cared to do any research other than just quote unquote memeing on people, he would have seen the email leaks where information was fluid, changing, but also provided differently to his private friends than the public. Ethan also lives in a state with an authoritarian government who continues to keep them all locked down while the rest of the country is getting on with our lives.
Dude, everything's like pretty much open in fucking LA. You drive down the nightclubs, everything's open. Fucking Newport never shut down. Huntington Beach pretty much never shut down. What are you talking about, dude?
It's shocking to me that he can't see the difference in that. And what's interesting is, you know, Steven Crowder attacks Ethan and Hila.
This hangnail really hurts.
Again, I think fine, clickbaity. I don't think he attacked them.
Dude, you're... Oh my god. Do not... Oh... Bro, your content's clickbaity. What are you talking about? Everyone's is clickbaity.
A lot of this really started, the nexus of this whole Ethan Klein trying to take on conservative commentators started when Joe Rogan kind of mocked Hila for wearing a mask outside. Look, I don't think that... my position has always been, if you want to wear it, wear it. And I'm not going to make fun of you for that. My position has only been on...
Yeah, he will. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has.
You know, when we talk about mandates and lockdowns and requiring it and that kind of stuff, I don't like. But if Hila Klein wants to wear a mask 24/7, that's entirely her right, and it wouldn't be something I would make fun of her for. And
your boy Crowder will.
And essentially, there was a podcast with Joe Rogan and I think a comedian, Whitney Cummings, and they kind of roasted her for sitting outside of the roast to that. Hey, Ethan, why don't you go on, Steven?
He's just giving a rundown. All right, what last one? What do you say about the frenemies?
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I know that the news has been a little bit slow this week, but I've got some interesting YouTuber news. I've got some news on the new Battlefield game and some Hollywood news, a wide variety of interesting topics that I hope will keep you entertained throughout the day. And of course, up front, obviously, I don't care for Ethan Klein. A man that I used to look up to in the content community has become a bitter, bitter old man who holds grudges probably more like venomously than any person I've ever met in my life. And the H3 channel has been long dead. Now, of course, he's transitioned to...
I mean, it's dead only because he doesn't post. He was still getting millions of views, so... I don't know. It's just...
The H3 podcast and a variety of shows, and that has been very financially beneficial to him. But I don't think one could argue that he had reached a pretty significant level of stale growth on his channel. Still happening, but at a much slower rate, which happens to really everyone. I mean, my channel isn't growing by 5,000 subs a day anymore like it was during the golden years.
I like how he like throws an insult, or like he's being passive aggressive, then he walks it back. Like, oh, his channel's like not doing as well as it was before, but I mean that's okay because like my channel's not doing. Like, bro, You're fucking exhausting.
In fact, some days I don't even grow at all. So, there is a
he doesn't.
point where channels reach a maturity level, but I don't think there's any denying that Ethan Klein bringing in Trisha Paytas entirely revitalized his career.
Yeah, no doubt.
Trisha Paytas, known for I have no idea what, but has a gigantic following on Twitter and Instagram, and she has viewers and fans all around the world. And on top of that, her unpredictable, bombastic personality actually made for entertaining content. So the Frenemies show was pretty much the only interesting thing that H3 was putting out, and it would create hilarious clips and a lot of WTF.
I mean, that's his opinion. Like I said, Ethan's podcast wasn't the best for the first few years. I tried watching it. It was very slow. They took a lot of like long pauses throughout their conversations. I didn't really listen to it last year. It wasn't until this year that I started watching all three of his podcasts: After Dark, the H3 one, and Frenemies. It really just he needed time to develop his voice, his views, just everything. And like I said, I think him bringing on Dan, Ian, or AB, Zach, including them and more, it really makes it. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Moments, marketing, in and of itself. But that all came to an end yesterday when Trisha Paytas, for the second time, quit the show. I don't really care about that, but what I do think is interesting is now all the leaked text messages that have since been deleted, but of course I have, because the internet is forever. This on Deserto H3's Ethan Klein slams unacceptable hate after Trisha Paytas quits Frenemies. Now, they had 40 episodes or so. In a recent episode of the podcast, the pair got into a disagreement regarding how they decide who to hire, manipulative, and creating lies between me and them.
I don't care. That whole like text thing and their whole Twitter threads to each other, it was I didn't fucking read it, nor do I care. It's like, it's over, just let it be over. If you're gonna make up already.
Obviously, I think
oh, that looks painful. I remember the old H3 when they were actually funny and down-to-earth people. They literally became people they made fun of back in the days. It's been a while since I've seen like the old H3 content, but dude, they were making fun of guys like Ty Lopez and like pickup artists and like people like Prank Invasion. So, I mean, I don't think Ethan's going out there and doing that kind of content, so I think that's about it. I don't think he's done anything on Dave Rubin or Ben Shapiro. Woke fail. Marvel announces Loki is gender fluid, and it's still not enough for weirdos Disney Plus fans. Bro, he changes genders in the comic, like literally. He turns to a woman. What are you talking about? Why would you get mad? Like, it's not worth getting mad over it. This guy's so dumb. Oh, he did an interview with Crowder. Ew. This video is turning out longer than I thought it'd be. Dude, these are so lame.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake, huh?
Can I turn the video?
Well, it was easy for me.
Oh, get over yourself.
All right, welcome to Steven Crowder. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Jeremy. Mr. Quartering, I'll go with. Thanks for having me.
Why does it look like that?
I appreciate you keeping it very formal. As you can see, I run a very tight ship here as well.
Yes, I do. It's a very tight ship, which is the verbiage I would use for a ship.
I appreciate you giving me your time. One of the big things that's happening right now is, you've kind of butted heads with YouTube many times, and we fight a similar fight in terms of, my position is that YouTube's guidelines are obviously unclear. We agree on that. They're also unevenly enforced, which is where you're at. And so if I give my viewers just a brief background, you tell me.
That's like where most people agree. Like everyone could agree YouTube's guidelines, they're unclear and don't really make a whole lot of sense, and that they're not evenly enforced, and that the bigger creators have it easier while the smaller ones get fucked. Yeah, YouTube, get your shit together.
Tell me if I get this wrong. So basically, you had an initial strike or warning, and then
first you can.
This came out May 19th.
Probably lead with first. The reason people can't even see me talk about this is because I'm suspended for weeks from YouTube right now, which I appreciate you let me get the word out. So, but yes, continue. You're probably going to articulate it far more effectively than I could, so people can follow us there. If people, can't join up and watch the whole show at Mug Club.
Got it. So you back in March 29th, you received your first strike when you were discussing a no topic on Google or on YouTube, the election. At that time, you didn't make any, as far as I understand, you tell me if I'm wrong, there were no actual claims that, the election needed to be overturned or that Donald Trump had legitimately won the election. Is that a fair representation?
That is correct, yeah.
And you were given a strike as if you had said that? Is that the same policy? Is that the policy that you used?
Well, we were given a strike for actually, and it was almost a joke, and I don't want to get too nerdy. So there was a strike on that, there was a strike on COVID, and then the recent strike was praising an officer.
Yeah.
Yes, who saved a life. That's, well, you don't talk about the...
Why'd they cut that?
Black girl's life who was saved, right?
Yeah.
We don't talk about that. The one who called the cops, not what we heard, which was Mekhi Bryant was the one who called the cops. So yeah, that one was actually almost turned into a joke in the sense that, look, you have Amy Klobuchar, you have Elizabeth Warren, you have Jimmy Carter, people who've talked about and written formal letters of issues with voter fraud, not mass election fraud, voter fraud, right? There were commissions for this because it happens on an individual level. Many people have talked about it. And so it almost became a joke where I said, well, what can I discuss? Just to point out that we need to strengthen our electoral, our election system. And it came down to, I could cross-reference exact voter rolls with addresses from where people voted, and we cross-referenced that with Google Earth, but because we couldn't actually claim that either, since Google Earth isn't always updated, I went down, or sent my producer or intern down with a copy of that day's paper at the empty lot, or at the under and overpass.
Okay, I don't care. Yeah, well, we'll call it a day. Let's just look at his Twitter real quick. Staff party. She's kind of cute, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, well, the Quarterings is gonna keep doing his thing, so I don't know, man. He's just dumb. But I was shocked when he actually sent out those tweets and he was calling out those guys. I was like, whoa, my man's mad. So I guess we'll see what's up. I don't expect much from this guy. So. All right, then. Thanks for watching.